enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. Sir, please shoot me first. Please shoot me second. I was in the grocery store this morning trying to find a lotion with an SPF or whatever. No one ever tells you that even when you're mourning, you still worry about wrinkles. Anyway, I was just standing there reading the labels, and just like that, I thought, just because it's written on a label doesn't make it true. And I was suddenly aware of the thousands of promises all around me. You can swear in front of everyone that you have ever known that this person before you is the one. Right there, cheap talk's white dress swear doesn't make it true. In the last 10 years alone, there have been 208 school shootings around the United States. We hear the terrible stories all the time nowadays, but what happens when it directly affects you? What happens when it occurs to the most domestic and isolated community in the United States? They say that God's faith is powerful, but how far does it really go? This particular shooting is one that shocked the entire nation and invoked a reaction the world never would have expected. Watch this story unfold in The Amish Project by Jessica Dickey. TV sucks. I mean, it really sucks. The news is the worst. Something bad happens and you can see them frothing at the mouth. This just in, widow of crazed schoolhouse gunman buys a lotion with an SPF. Now, Carol Stuckey, why did you choose a lotion with an SPF? Well, Greg, I realized if I'd taken better care of my skin, then maybe my husband wouldn't have tried to molest little Amish girls. Eddie and I met at a church gathering, if you can believe that. We were both there with other people. I guess we sort of knew each other, the way everyone knows each other in a small town, but we never talked. Anyway, at some point, Eddie and I just sat and talked, and something just clicked. He wrote, "Dear Carol, I'm sorry I won't get to see the boys grow up. You're a good mother, and I know it'll be hard now. I hope you can forgive me for that. And tell the boys that I love them. Tell them I wasn't all that bad." He never did write that well. On October 2nd, 2006, I read the headline across CNN. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire? They kept showing these images over and over again. It was a bird's eye view. Amish families gathered in a green field. White ambulances with red lights around the white schoolhouse. Tiny rectangles of bodies covered in sheets. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. Then the details began to emerge. This just in. He was the local milkman. He only shot the girls. At least 3 dead. Then the images. A bird's eye, Amish families, white ambulances, white schoolhouse, bodies covered in sheets. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. This just in. He intended to molest them. He shot himself. Death toll now 6. Bird's eye, Amish families, white ambulances, white schoolhouse, bodies covered in sheets. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. This just in. The Amish request that the medical condition of the remaining girls be withheld. They extend forgiveness to the gunman. They extend condolences to the gunman's family. Bird's eye, white field, green, white, red, white. I thought to myself, what kind of sicko could do this? I'll tell you right now, I ain't gonna say why. You don't get that. 'Cause I'm more than that, you know? I'm more than the why. I used to watch them while I did my rounds in the fields or crossing the road. They sort of scatter as you come near, but once in a while, if you wave, one of them will wave back. He came into the school while Miss Emma was preparing for a spelling exercise. He asked if we seen something he lost along the road. We say we haven't seen anything. He doesn't look anybody in the eye. When he comes back, he has a gun. He makes the boys and Miss Emma leave. He barricades the front door. He tells the girls to line up against the chalkboard. Shh, do as he says. He ties our wrists and our feet with plastic ties. As he's tying mine, I can smell him. I can tell how hard he's breathing. I try to pray to God, but my heart is pounding and the air feels like wool. The police start to pull up around the school. Everything is getting louder and louder. He keeps looking at me. The police scream at him. He screams back. He looks at the police and then looks back at me. I wanted to have the girls. I wanted to have the girls, but the police arrived and I didn't get to have the girls. So, I shot him. Sir, please shoot me first. Shoot me second. So I shot him in the head. And then I shot myself. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. When I got back from the store today, the Amish were here. There were about 5 of them. Maybe there were more than 5. It's hard to recall exactly. He's the only one I really remember. I asked him how his little girls were, and he looked at me and he said, "We must trust in God now." Trust in God. Is that right? But you know, the truth is that all of us, the world, are just a few bad days away from sicko. And if your God was so great, then where was he? Where was your God when my husband took 3 guns, KY jelly, plastic ties, and drove over to Stoltz Road? Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. Thank you.